Beercles here, and welcome to the Spark Show, where we got comedy, news, and two forgettable digs.
With Sparks.
You've got tiny wrists.
Pike.
Hates French toast and your children.
And you, the committee.
Yo, what up, fucker?
Subscribe now and become a committee member. Let's rock.
That's what I'm talking about.
And Mikey! How are you, sir?
Hello, good. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm really good. I'm really good. If you're wondering why we are A, in the same clothes, B, doing this in the evening, a little behind the curtain here, Pike, when this gets released, you're getting a tooth taken out, dude. Oh, brutal.
Oh, don't feel bad. I've never been more excited to get a tooth ripped out.
Really?
As we sit here tonight on Monday, I'm effing miserable from just a constant toothache, which if you've had a toothache, you know it's the worst thing in the world because there's nothing you can do about it. Well, you can take, a ton of drugs, but at some point, that becomes a problem. And so you just sit there and your whole body hurts.
Yeah. Oh, debilitating.
It is debilitating, but hopefully you got to assume that by ripping the tooth out, it's going to solve most of the issue.
Yeah. All right. So look, I like how you waited until the very last minute. We've had a constant tooth pain. You're going to be like in Castaway with that ice skate and a rock. You're like, I'm just going to do it myself. No, never saw it.
Oh.
God, that's a good one.
I've seen parts of it. I know the film. It's a really long movie, isn't it?
No, it's great. It's a good one.
So he pulls his own tooth out? Is that what happened?
He takes an ice skate that he finds in packages that wash on shore, and he puts the blade right up to his tooth, and he takes a rock on the end of it, and goes clunk right into his tooth, and he goes, ah! And he falls in the water. Tom Hanks.
Oh my God.
What a legend. Yeah, he's one of the best, man, for sure.
Woody from Toy Story? Are you kidding me?
There you go.
Great actor.
Great actor. Oh, love it. Well, I hope that's exactly the technique they use in Orlando to remove teeth.
Maybe it is. I don't know. I'd be fine with it.
Still worth it. Yeah. Oh, brutal. God, stop chewing plastic, you weirdo.
I know. I was chewing some on Sunday or something, and my sister's like, are you really doing that right? Don't you have a horrible toothache? I'm like, I don't know. I feel like this makes it better. Little hair of the dog.
God, that's awful. All right, well, that man right there, that horrible toothed human being at Pike Taylor Radio, he is going to be 31 teeth. Oh, 31 Pike. Hey, how old are you, Pike?
30.
Soon you'll be 31. 31 teeth.
What are you proposing? No, by the time I'm 31, I'll have the new tooth. So it'll be back to the original 32, which before 10 seconds ago, I didn't know that's how many teeth you had.
I don't know. I'm guessing. Is it 32 teeth? That was my guess. Can you look it up? Look it up. Yeah, that right there is almost full tooth mouth at Pike Taylor Radio. And on all social media, go there and follow him. He is not a financial advisor. I am at Sparks Radio on all social media. Not a financial advisor at all, but welcome to the Comedy Finance Podcast. It's going to be a good one because we're on pillar 2 of our wealth pillars, Pike, and I'm looking forward to it. We're going to be breaking it down, chatting about paying off debt, getting rid of that debt. How many teeth you got?
32. That's if you have all 4 wisdom teeth.
Okay, got it.
But nice job.
Thanks, man.
Are we still, I know you've had a few hours to let it simmer. Are we still calling them money pillars?
No, wealth pillars. Wealth pillars.
Even worse.
Okay, right. No, it's way better. Wealth pillars are better than money pillars. What the fuck is a money pillar?
I don't know, it feels the same.
Stupid.
Whatever.
Let me just read you. Can I read you a comment about what we got on the wealth pillar? Okay. Look at this one. This is, I'm not going to say who it's from because it's a DM. Honestly, love the idea. Boom. Right there, man. I dig this wealth pillar segment. I feel like it's helping me already. I've never budgeted or made any plans for my money. Thanks, Sparks. I really appreciate all this. Boom. Look at that. I love it.
Is
You kidding me?
Is your wife DMing you on Instagram again? I mean, listen, I love she's supportive, but that's getting kind of desperate, man.
No, it's not from my wife. No, I'm just saying these wealth pillars, we're going to make someone rich. Okay. And when you become rich from listening to my wealth pillars, then don't feel the need to kick back any money because charity is not one of the wealth pillars. It's not necessary in order to become wealthy for generations to come. But we're going to get to that here in a minute. Plus, I got a way you could get $100 from Instagram. I'm giving that away. I'll tell you how to do that. I basically just did. And we've got the news that matters, Pike. I teased this in yesterday's show. News that matters. This is a crazy story from a sleepy community here in Ohio called Hunting Valley. So I'll tell you all about that coming on up here in just a second. But first, Pike, let me ask you this. How long are your toenails right now? Are they gross? Do they touch your shoes? Are they like hurting your feet?
I don't think so. I think you got me at a good time. I've definitely clipped them in the last month, which is about what do you do? Is it monthly too little? Probably too little.
Probably too frequent. Probably too frequent for me.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
You know, because I think we did like a beach thing or something, so it was time to do it. You know, that's when you do the whole. You know, like you get the whole deluxe car wash going.
Oh yeah.
Top to bottom, head to toe. We're shaving, we're trimming, we're clipping, we're plucking, we're squeezing. Oh.
Wait, so if
Makes
I
you feel like
invite
a
you to
man.
go to the beach, you're shaving your chest.
Likely, yes. Wow. If not waxed. I mean, we'll see if I have time to, set up a wax appointment. But if not, a shave will just do the trick.
You get waxed? Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's been waxed.
Whoa.
Dude, there's nothing like it. Oh, there's nothing like it.
Sounds
Makes
awful.
You lose 10 pounds just getting the wax. But by appearance, anyway. It's like the reverse
I
camera.
thought you were saying your nipples were so hairy that you had like 5 pounds of nappy, netted, what is that, tangled hair all sitting there on your nips and they just rip them out.
No.
Like little nipple tether balls.
That sounds fun. What a delightful thought. No, I don't have that hairy nipples. But I just like a clean shaven. Look, let's see your nipples again.
I've
How many times have we seen
never
these bad
shaved
boys?
my chest before in my life. Look at this, dude. Which way
That's not hairy at all.
That's hair. That's hair.
I know, but it's not that hairy. That's like a normal, even maybe less than normal amount of hair.
I'm not a hairy guy. That's why I never felt the need to like shave or do any of that kind of stuff. Gets pretty long. What you got?
Well, my camera's so bad, you probably can't even tell.
I can't. I don't know what's happening in this financial podcast. We're showing each other our nipples now.
All right. You showed me yours, my turn now.
I know. It's like we're camming each other. We're like, let's talk finance. That's right. I like how this turned into an OnlyFans real quick.
Let's see how hairy your nipples are.
This is how people become wealthy. Take off your shirt. Wait a minute. Whoa. What kind of show is this?
That's one way.
What is going on here, man? Well, welcome to the show, right? We are, sorry. You haven't even finished your...
finished.
Sorry, yeah. Your toenails are good. That's right.
Yeah, okay. Hey, Sparks, let me ask you this. What was the first movie you saw in the movie theaters? Can you tell I'm making them up?
Yeah, it kind of felt like you kind of felt like you didn't have one there in the can, and you went for one as you were forming the sentence.
You got it. I tell you what, I was, this is a on a whim sort of episode. I have a story. I just forgot about this part until you started asking yours. And then I'm like, well, I could think of one while he's asking, or it could be kind of fun to think of one as I'm saying it. That said, what's the first movie you saw in the movie theater?
Yeah, it was the original Lion King. I remember it.
No way. I think that's mine. Or mine was maybe Aladdin. Or it's one or the other. Shit, look, we might have been in the same theater.
What came out first, Aladdin or Lion King?
I believe Lion King.
All right, well, there you go.
Who'd you go with? Your folks?
No, I went alone. As a 6-year-old. Went by myself.
There is something about going to a theater alone. People don't get it, but it's therapeutic. So
I used to go to movies alone all the time. All the time. For years, I went to the movies by myself. Constantly.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, you know what's really sad, though? Friday night, this is up in Fargo. This is at Family Video or whatever it's called. Across from Sun Mart there on 32nd Street.
Dude, I don't know. You might be making that up.
No, swear to God.
Family Video?
It's a Sun Mart Video, or, you know what I mean? It's like Sun Mart Video Store. I don't know.
It's Cashwise Video. That's a thing.
Maybe it's Cashwise Video. I would go Friday night. It would be me by myself getting like 3 movies every Friday night. It was just me and my thoughts, and the video store clerk started knowing my name. They're like, oh, yeah, big Friday night, huh? And I was like, fuck you. Here's season 3 of Breaking Bad. Here's some B-level Nicolas Cage film. And then here is yet again The Fifth Element or something. Like one of these movies I've seen 900 times. And I was like, just bring it up. God damn, I need to get a friend here. Bad. But yeah, for years, dude.
Did they start to make recommendations? Like, here, Matt, I picked this out for you.
Yeah, dude, they used to have the video rental rack. It would be like, here's John's weekly suggestions, Susie's weekly suggestions. Yeah, I used to know their suggestions, and I used to be like, Susie, rom-coms again? On the whole thing. She's like, I like them. And you're like, God damn it. This whole thing. It's just, yeah, exactly. It was like that Seinfeld episode, but it was real life.
I was going to say that the whole
was like
Seinfeld episode. 30
years after that Seinfeld episode came out, which is how cool I was. Well, there you go. Aladdin for you, Lion King for me. Both wonderful films. Classics. Yeah. Can't beat it.
Really bad question. I apologize.
You should feel bad. If you're watching this and you're hanging out, make sure you hit the subscribe button, youtube.com/SparksRadio. That is huge. We appreciate it. Telling a friend, especially if they're bad with money, be like, yo, you got to check out these guys. They show their nipples and they talk about wealth pillars. You're going to love this episode. Send it to a friend, especially if you think that they could help it. That helps out the show greatly. And also, if you want to hit the thumbs up, that, I don't know, algorithms and whatnot, it does help. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, give us a rating and review there. That really does help out the show greatly. So, wealth pillar number 1, Pike, was budget, right? Making a budget. Wealth pillar number 2, you want to just try to guess? 2 of 4. What do you think it is?
2 or 4? Is that what you say?
2 out of 4. 2 of 4. What do you think pillar number 2 is?
Money thing. Gambling strategy. Basic blackjack strategy.
Yes, I call it, do you split tens, Pike? Do you split tens? I feel like you would.
A hard no. No, are you?
No.
That is offensive.
I just feel like you go, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I feel like you're one of these guys. Instead of taking basically the guaranteed money.
Yeah, I like to win.
Okay.
I do win. And that's why I don't split 10. And if you do split tens at my table, I'm going to give you a very passive aggressive, really? Really? Yeah. And unless we all win, then I'll be like, well,
The worst is when they split tens and then they take your face card that you would have gotten. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's the worst.
Yep, that's justified homicide.
Well, no, it's not basic blackjack. Oh, go ahead. What's up?
And it's when we, it's, and I've got $50 on the table, and you're betting the $3 minimum. But you're gonna go for it. You're gonna split those tens because you're feeling crazy, and you're at your buddy's bachelor party, and you got Vegas ain't ready for you boys.
100% accurate. Everything you just said. 100%.
Yeah.
Well, it's not splitting tens. It's not basic blackjack, and it's definitely not gambling. Please, this is the opposite of that. But before we dive in, Pike and I are not financial advisors. We're not financial professionals. This is a comedy show. It's for entertainment purposes only. If you're going to pursue anything financial, consult a pro first. All right, good. Now I got the legalese bullshit out of the way. Let's dive in, because number 2, Pike, is paying off debt. That's right. Paying off debt. There's 3 feelings in this world that are amazing. 2 involve my nipples. The 3rd is paying off debt. When you are debt free, it is one of the greatest things in the world. It's like nothing can touch you. It is some of the greatest feeling that you can create on your own, aside from what your dad knows what you're doing in the bathroom. You understand? You can do this on your own, and it'll blow your mind. You will be so happy you did it. Paying down debt. That's wealth pillar numero 2. So let's break
Best
down.
part about paying down debt, if you don't mind me interjecting,
please,
from experience, is the ability to now accumulate more debt, new debt. Very exciting.
That's right. A lot of people in the business world will be like, this fucking idiot doesn't know what he's talking about. You need the debt. You got to accumulate some debt. I don't know where they're from, New York, from the business world. But when you have a business, accruing debt could be seen as a positive because you have a more of an influx in cash. If you're, let's say you're taking on investor money and all that kind of stuff, it allows you to keep expanding the business and stuff. I'm talking about personal finance. Personal finance. Get rid of your debt. It is a insidious thing that robs you of your wealth. So when you hear people talk about paying down debt, this is where they're coming from. They're coming from the personal finance world. So let's talk about, have you paid off debt before? Have you had a lot of debt in the past?
Yeah, for the record, that was like not a sound piece of advice, because personally it's never like a wise choice of debt. But I've had debt. I've paid it off, reaccumulated, paid it off, but largely pretty well off as far as debt. Little school debt, and that's about it. Nice, good. I mean, that's a hell of a starting point, because a lot of people. I mean, I think the average now is like $10,000 of credit card debt. Oh, wow, yeah. If you could just think about that. Trust me. Yeah, right. And I've racked up credit card debt, managed to pay it off. But yeah, we've all been to that point where, holy shit, you're making the payments, and every month they're like, the interest totally wipes out the payment you made. Yep. And what a fucking cycle that is. That's what we call the debt treadmill. That's like when you're just running on treadmill and you're only making interest-only payments. And that's when you feel like you're drowning. That's when you feel like you're getting fucked. So if you remember pillar number 1, wealth pill number 1, budgeting. So in your plan, budgeting, this is how you get out of it. You build yourself out of debt slowly. Don't try to go for I'm going to play the lottery and pay it off in one hop, honey. That kind of thing. It's not going to work. Budget in paying off your debt. So the first thing you do is you build that emergency fund, 3 months at least. Now, I've always had a year worth of emergency fund. That was my thing. 1 year emergency fund, because I am a paranoid, neurotic moron. Until a pandemic hit. And then I lost my job. And I'll probably be out of work for a year. Do you understand? That's when the year emergency fund is awesome. Because I'm not sitting here sweating. I'm not sitting here going, oh, fuck, oh, no, oh, God, oh, what can I? No. There's a thing about the emergency fund that they don't tell you, and that is
It is a peace of mind fund. It is a confidence boosting fund. When you have a little bit of cash sitting in the back of the room, in your mind, in a bank account somewhere, it's your bug out bag. You could just, hey, I'm out. Ripcord. And you're gone because you have a year. Let's say if you have a year emergency fund, you're good to go. Now we're not quite to fuck you money yet. I want to get there. That's the best. I can't wait to be there myself one day. Fuck you money. That's the greatest thing in the world. That's when you can just go, you know what? Fuck off. I'm out of here. I got enough cash. I don't need this. That's when you are untouchable. And we'll get to that here in a little bit. But the opposite of that is the literal opposite is debt. When you're sitting there making minimum payments. So how do we get through this? You got to find stable footing. Okay. First thing you do, and let's talk about credit card debt. There's multiple forms of debt. Credit card is probably the most insidious because of its interest rate. They have credit cards that go up to 25%. It should be illegal, these credit card interest rates. The way they're taking advantage of people is disgusting. I don't even know where it is now. Last time I looked, it was 25. It can go up to 25%. Do you know what it goes up to?
I know I've seen them that high, like 24, 25%. So it's got to be about, which you're right, is fucking asinine.
Stupid. Same with these payday loan places where it's 1,000% interest. That should be illegal. What you're doing is you're preying on people knowing that they cannot pay that money back. And when they can't pay that money back, you're essentially just collecting the loans or the interest, keeping the loan out, and you got them on the hook forever. And that is just like a crack dealer or a coke dealer or a heroin dealer. You're doing the exact same shit, except for this is even worse because this is fully legal. So this is why, in my opinion, it should be taught everywhere in schools how to pay down debt. And the best way to do it is you start with a budget. You build that emergency fund 3 months because that's for you. That ain't for Visa or MasterCard. That emergency fund is for you. After you get the 3 months, then you're done. Start there. While you're paying the 3 months, you hit those interest-only payments. Interest-only payments, because what you do is, of course, it's accruing, and you're just paying interest, so that loan is still staying out. We're going to get to that. We're going to start attacking that debt hard, but you got to take care of you first, that emergency fund, 3 months. Then you start attacking the debt. And how do you do that? You set up automatic pay on time. You'll never have a late payment again. Every credit card has it. Set it up. You've already budgeted, right? Every month it's automatically going to pay the minimum payment on time. If you ever have a late fee on a credit card, you're fucking up. You're doing it wrong because you can have an automatic payment. Just do it as a backup. Do it as a backup. When we get to the next couple steps, you'll get to the point where you'll have enough cash where you'll have pay the credit card in full, which is what you want to do ahead of time. So set up your credit card.
To that point, automatic payments are cool. You just have to make sure you have enough money in there because then then it cancels the auto payment. Now you've missed that payment. And the next month, I forgot to reset the auto payment. Now you missed 2 months and your electric's turned off. It's a cycle. It's a thing.
Boy, Pike, he's really sounding like really sincere about that. Like you've been through that before. Is that?
I mean, come on. We've all been through it.
Go ahead.
Anyway.
No, please.
No, trust me, it's been some time, but the early 20s when I was destroying my credit by renting movies and not returning them for years. There were some miscues financially. Going to 5 years of college, one of the biggest of them.
All right, let's talk about this real quick. So, I want to get to college because the worst kind of credit, or I shouldn't say, a credit card payment is one of the worst forms of debt, but payday loans are real worse. Focus on the highest interest rate debt first. Pay those down as aggressively as you can. And that means sacrificing stuff that you normally have, but you don't need. Get rid of it. You don't need it. This is about you. This is about making you happy in the long term. Not going, oh God, I bought a new car. It's really fun, isn't it? And then getting bored in 6 months and then having years worth of debt slapped on your back for it. If you just go without it for maybe a year, then you'll have the next 35 years where you're buying anything you want, going where you want, and all that kind of stuff because you budgeted for it. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Build it in the budget, pay down the highest interest debt first. And usually that's credit card or payday loans. Get out of that shit. And you can do it because you'll build it in the budget. It's all a math problem. There's a bunch of debt calculators out online. You can figure it out. Just type in your interest rate, type how long you have left on the loan, type in how much monthly payment, and it'll spit it out and stick to it. Build that in your budget and you're going to be good to go. The other kind of debt you have is like a student loan debt, or you have a mortgage payment, those kind of debts. Not as bad. Not as bad. I wouldn't even recommend paying those down aggressively and get rid of those because we're going to get to the other steps here and the other pillars of wealth. Those are really the two kinds of debt that are kind of fine to have because usually the interest rates are so low. Don't get me wrong. You want to make payments on time. Always set up for automatic payment. You'll never be like Pike and miss those payments because you'll be in your budget, right? It'll be budgeted in to your income. See what I mean?
Can we do this without dragging me through the mud, please? I mean, have some respect.
Now, let's get into debt consolidation because there is a thing called debt consolidation, and sometimes it makes sense. Debt consolidation does make sense. So if you have a ton of cards, if you have a ton of student loans, if you have a ton of debt that's accruing and you want to consolidate that debt into a lower payment, but it kind of maybe resets the clock, but at a lower interest rate, and you budget it in, that you can pay that thing off aggressively. It all comes down to your decision. I wish I could give you a specific example here, but obviously every single debt scenario is a little bit different. Interest rates vary, cash flow varies, your timeline on paying down debt varies in this whole thing. But I think debt consolidation could be an answer for you. You're going to have to investigate it yourself. But I just think that the beginning of trying to become wealthy is stop paying other people your hard-earned money. And that'll stop once you're debt free.
Yeah. The consolidating, which I've done, and it was beneficial, because like you said, lower interest rate, but also just like mentally knowing that you have one payment now instead of like a credit card here, credit card there, car payment here. Like just to have it all in one was just it just seemed more approachable.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I definitely think that's the way to go about it. And sometimes it makes sense. Sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes you have like these fucking snake oil salesmen that are like, oh yeah. We'll consolidate your debt. I'll do it all myself and just pay me. And it's like, whoa. Got to do your research on these debt consolidation companies. Some of them are pretty sleazy and skeezy. So I would stay away from a lot of them. But there are some legitimate ones.
Well, those are the ones you get in the mail, like every day. Like once you're in that kind of world, once you've clicked one link one time, now you're getting these letters constantly. Yeah. But the way I did it was like through a credit union who I knew. It's like something like that was generally a little safer.
And did it help you pay it down?
And yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, definitely, it was a very positive move.
Did you pay it on
about
time?
That is like, yeah,
nice.
Got it done. Yeah. And the best part about that, it's just like when you get lump sums of money, whether it's like tax returns or stimulus checks, it's like now it's just this one number you throw that big chunk at, and it's just like, it's like when another Mario reference here when he goes from big Mario to little Mario. It's like,
yeah. I can't remember the sound effect. Bloop bloop bloop. That's the tunnel. That's the tube.
Oh, I was going down the tunnel. You're right. What's shrinking Mario?
You got to shrink.
Love that game.
I just want to hear you do Mario sound effects the whole time, man. This is the best. It just sounded like you're sad. Jay is here. He says, all right, I'm here. You can start the show now. Thanks for waiting. Yeah, no worries, Jay. I'm happy you're here. You just missed debt consolidation, man. You just missed it. Pike has done it. I love it. So, Pike, you have student loans left. That's it?
Yeah. It's a very doable amount. So I'm hoping in the next, few 3 to 5 years that's gone. And then obviously at some point, the goal is to like accrue some home loans. But right now it just doesn't make sense. So in the meantime, pay that off. Yeah, I paid my car off, and as tempting as that is just to drive a newer, nicer car, it's like at the end of the day, it's just so nice to not have that payment because it's not necessary. I've never had an issue with my car other than general maintenance. So it's like, fuck, I don't need it. I don't need it.
It's amazing.
Having $300-400 a month for other shit.
Yeah.
Ah, man, it doesn't make any sense.
Dude, you know what feels like it's supplementing that is phone payment. It's like all of a sudden, it's almost like you have another car payment. You're like, what? What is going on? Where did telephone companies squeeze out another car payment out of people?
It's so true.
You know?
It's getting worse. Oh my God.
It's crazy. And then you feel this pressure where people judge you on the phone you have. It's almost like a status symbol.
1,000%. And it convinces yourself that it's not even the other people, it's that you. Like, how could I get through the day with an iPhone 7?
Right.
I mean, Jesus. Like,
yeah. I have an 11. I don't know. I think it's the Pro. It's the one with the 3 cameras, right? And the phone I had before this one. So it's already a year old, right? This one's already a year old at the time we're recording this. I think the 12 is out now. The phone I had before the 11 was the 5S. And I used to get made fun of for it. Everyone was like, oh, 5S, boy, how does that even take pictures? Oh my God, I can't believe that thing still works. Oh. And the whole time they're making fun of me, I just thought to myself, I'm like, oh, you're paying $900 a month for something that works exactly the same as what I have in my hand? You're the fucking moron. Plus you talk like this all the time. Yeah. The whole time I kept thinking that. I was like, what, does your Google not work the same? Are you on the same 4 apps all day that I am? Are you not commenting on the same stupid pictures that our mutual friend is posting on social media? You know, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Society is trying to steal your money. You got to be a little Tyler Durden on this whole thing. If you want to get ahead in life, you got to think differently than everyone else in life.
What's the reference there?
God damn it.
What, don't you say this shit?
Fight Club. Come on, Fight Club. Jay says, I'm the cheap ass that keeps the same phone for 4 or 5 years. That's what I'm talking about, Jay. Welcome. You are one of us. One of us. One of us.
One of us.
That's right. Don't upgrade your phone. Don't do it. Not unless you need to.
Right. People keep stealing my phone is the issue. If I wasn't constantly getting robbed, I'd still have an iPhone, 8.
Would they rob you if you had an iPhone 5? I mean, let's be honest. Would they really?
That's a good point.
What do you have now? What kind of phone?
I think I got the 10X Max. So the one before yours, the big boy.
Yeah, it's a huge phone. Jesus. Good Lord. Look at this thing.
Cracked as shit, too.
Wow.
But that's just a screen protector. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's a big boy. Yeah. Well, keep it. Try to keep it as long as you can. Jay, you're absolutely right. Save your stuff. I don't know how they squeeze all these car payments out of you when they're not even cars. It's insane how many people are trying to get you to go into debt. They don't care. You shouldn't care about them. They can go fuck themselves. Keep your money to yourself. Pay yourself first. That's the wealth pillar number 2. Pay down debt. Pay it down aggressively. I hope we've given you enough of a directional push for you to go out there, get some debt calculators, figure out how to do it. Once you get that emergency fund, step number 2, pay down your debt aggressively until it's gone. That's your mission. I want you to attack that shit like a strong guy in tiny shorts in the MMA. When the dude hits the ground, they always pounce on him and ground and pound and all that shit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do that to debt. That's all you got to do. Jay says paying $1K for a phone is absolutely insane. The amount of these things you can buy for $1K is crazy. Yeah, dude. I'm telling you. I bought my phone. I think it was $1,100, and it hurt. It hurt bad. But I'm going to keep it for the next 7 years because that's how long I average phones for. So if you're going to use it, fine. Again, and also if you've budgeted for it and phones are your thing, be like, but I love phones. Well, then you're good to go. Don't let me tell you how to manage your money. Unless you're poor because of it, then consult a professional, I'll say.
I would say the other side of the argument is they're expensive, but I mean, come on, let's be honest. The phone that we have today is one of the most amazing things in our lives. What you can do on it. So yeah, that's almost justified. It should be one of your most expensive payments.
It is. You're right. I mean, how often do you use your phone? Probably 56 times a day.
Yeah. Yeah. Most of the time.
Yeah. However, Pike, you have a 10 max, you don't need the 12. There's nothing that on the 12. I mean, yeah, it's 5G, but really, are you like, I needed this answer to how many teeth the human has even faster. I needed it. You're not yelling at your phone, cracking it because it didn't give you 32 teeth fast enough, right?
Yeah, exactly. The only thing I've noticed is the whole battery. Once your battery goes to shit, then it's okay, I need a new phone because my battery dies in a half hour.
Yeah,
that's
I fight it then too, though, man. Do I fight it? My 5S, the battery expanded and it pushed my screen up out of the casing. And I was still using it. I was like, I need a better case so it contains the screen. So it's I had it. Yeah, it was awesome. They're like, yeah, it does that when the batteries are really old. They expand. That or they light on fire. And I'm like, well, I'll just keep it till lights on fire.
Then I'll know.
And then I'll know it's gone. All right, if you need $100 and you want to throw it towards your debt, you want to throw it towards principal, then by all means, man, jump on Instagram.com/SparksRadio. At Sparks Radio, all you got to do is take my money. I'm giving out $100 cash. It's part of my stimulus money. That's where it came from. So all you got to do is pop on there and follow the directions. I put the link in the description below or the show notes if you're listening to the podcast. Jay's laughing, which is pretty good. Jay also says, I'm doing good. Still on my Note 5, LOL. Dude, that's what I'm talking about, Jay. You're doing great. I applaud you, man. I applaud you for saving cash. Don't let anybody take it. That's yours. Grab it first. I mean, pay your debts. I'm not saying just...
Yeah, never. You'll never take my money.
Oh, they'll get it somehow. They'll take it somehow. All right, let's get to the news that matters here.
Yes, this is the news that matters. Yes, this is the news that matters. Holy shit.
Yeah. Debt consolidation.
Good pillar today.
Can I? It was a hell of a pillar. Yeah, paying down debt. All you got to do is build it in your budget and then attack it and try to keep increasing that payment. How can I ask you how much your debt was when you paid it, when you consolidated?
I want to say 8 to 10,000, something in there.
Okay, that's not too out. I mean, it's a lot, but it's not outrageous.
No, exactly. Yeah. There's quite a few things that were in there, but it was just instead of minimum payment on this, minimum payment on that, minimum payment on that, it was okay, now we'll pay $500 a month toward the one thing, and it just seemed to tick down way quicker.
Yeah, and you did. That's amazing. Brilliant job, Pike. All right,
now. I think most of that was paid off with money I won in Vegas. So full disclosure, it wasn't the hardest earned.
Yeah, but you know what? I always feel like money like that, that's the money that goes the fastest. They're not joking when it says easy come, easy go kind of a thing. That's you get free money from someone or somewhere, it's immediately you buy it on the most frivolous shit. It's not even something you'll want normally. It's I'll go out to lunch and I'll fill up my gas tank and then I go and oh, it's gone. Oh, God damn it.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's easy to do. No, I think as irresponsible as I am about gambling, that's the one thing I'll say is when I do win, it's all right, let's make this count. Let's immediately, without even thinking, just throw it at a debt or something.
It's amazing. That's incredible.
Very smart.
I always hate it though when you pay down debt or you have a high credit card bill and you're like, what did I fucking buy? What did I spend? You won't do that if you have a budget, but I have to go check the budget because I'm always like, what did I? Oh yeah, sending my kid to summer camp. That's right. I forgot.
That's a whole different world for me.
Yeah.
I can't even. That's
Summer camp is not cheap.
But you gotta do it, man. The memories.
Well, I'm just hoping by summer we're good with the pandemic. I'm done. By summer, he's going. You're in. Go play with other children. Go live a life. Go develop normally because I can't take this anymore. We got 3 vaccines flying. 3? We better be good by summer. Let's go. Done with this.
Hell yeah.
All right, I've been talking a lot. You go with your news story. What do you got, man?
All right, and you do have a picture to accompany this woman who I found who decided that she wanted to get a tattoo on her eyeballs. A black dye, essentially, in her eyeballs. 25 years old, this lady, who's a big idiot for sure. And she was trying to mimic a rapper who I guess did this and kind of famous in Poland, which is where she's at. So she gets some amateur tattoo artist, of course, to dye her eyes black. You got the photo so we can see what
Yeah,
this
here it
lady
is.
looks like?
Ah!
Yeah, yikes. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude.
No, it's like, yeah.
Gross.
So, guess what? She is now officially blind in one eye, and doctors say she is going blind in the other. Soon to be completely blind. Irreparable damage from this dye, which, again, by an amateur tattoo artist. It turns out it wasn't like the right stuff you want to be putting in your eyeball.
Go figure. You can tell which one's going blind, too. The one here on the right, her left, the one on the right.
Oh, yeah. Look at
Dude,
that. Oh, it's
look
a lizard eye.
Yeah, it's all cloudy and gross. Ugh.
Imagine, like, I know guys with, like, face tattoos get a bad rap, but, like, imagine taking this chick home to your parents. Just imagine dad.
Yeah, exactly. Your dad keeps making all these dad puns. You bring her home. I didn't see this coming, son.
Oh, I can tell by the look in your eye. You guys are very in love.
Hi. What kind of phone you got there? An iPhone?
So
Yeah.
are you guys pupils in class?
Oh, no. So what do they put in your eye? Was it a certain kind of dilation? Like, Dad, stop it. Okay?
Sorry for
funny.
the Sorry for the corny jokes. See, I'm dissecting the eye. I've got all the parts down. One little thing we learned in second grade, I'll never forget. I know.
That's right. Rods and cones, man.
Yes, sir.
No, dude, no, she's creepy. And now she's on my computer.
Yeah.
You know what
Leave that as your
This is my background now, by the way. You know what she should do is she's got a future in horror films because she looks like the chick from The Ring or something now, you know?
Yeah. Oh, dude, 100 horror movies. But the thing about, unfortunately for her, is, you know, you can get a person who actually acts and probably do that like in some post editing. There's probably a Snapchat filter, actually. You know, so.
If only when somebody could have just told her that before she put a fucking needle in her eyeball. Both of them.
I know.
You think after one, she would have been like, all right, I can't do it. Can't get in here.
Right. Yeah, because, I mean, even if you can see out of one eye, it's not ideal. You know, you're probably gonna struggle a little, but you can still see something.
If you were her, you would definitely wear some of those glasses, you know, the old blind guy glasses.
Mm-hmm.
God, what was that thing? Didn't I damn it. This would have been perfect. There's this commercial it keeps popping up on my Instagram. Do you have it? I messaged it to you.
Oh, God.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
What's that?
The blind guy?
Yeah, blind guy, yeah. It's on my Instagram.
He keeps popping up on my Instagram.
Well, that dude, I mean, dude's amazing.
He's phenomenal. Yeah, clearly he's doing a lot with his life. Maybe she should take some reps from this dude. Let me find this video here. This video was incredible, but the funniest thing, dude, it's like the funniest way to introduce. All right, here we go. This guy's voice is incredible too, by the way. Let me bring it up here. This guy. No pun intended. I see this guy constantly. And knowing that he doesn't see me back pisses me right off. It's like, dude, you don't have to look at me, but I have to look at you all the time. This guy, listen to this quote. It's just incredible. I can't watch this unless I sign in. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, shit. The first
has all been one.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a
Big
minute.
tease.
So I'm blind.
There it is.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, wait. I got to hit play. Hold on. I got to hit play here. Hold on.
I lost my eyesight.
Oh, stop. Doesn't it how do I reload this thing? It's the best.
Probably got to refresh.
Anyway, yeah. So maybe this lady should take a cue from this guy because this guy goes surfing. This guy's, although he doesn't look like he's a sorcerer of anything.
So I'm blind.
There you go.
Dude, so, I mean, you can tell by the way he's looking off into the distance. But he's like the voice for movie trailers and stuff too, wasn't it?
Yeah, I keep seeing his videos, and he's like doing more amazing shit than I've ever done in my life.
Also because I do this.
In theaters this Friday.
On all these networks. Want to see more? Me too.
I love that guy. Let me give him a shout out. What is he? What's his name here? Can you read it? It's too small.
No, I can't.
It's Real Pete Gustin. There you go, Real Pete Gustin. He's surfing, he's playing guitar, he's skateboarding, and he's got a killer voice. He's amazing. This chick is trash. Tattoo her eyes. You got this guy who would love to have sight back, and she loses hers for no fucking reason. What an idiot. Are you done?
I'm finished. I'm finished.
Can I give you my story here? This is a crazy one. I'm building it up.
Live and local. I want to hear this.
There's a really hoity-toity community not far from where I live here in Ohio. It's called Hunting Valley.
Sounds fancy.
Does sound fancy. Sounds like everybody's out there with boots, horse. Kind of sounds like that. That's what it is. It's what you think it is. Okay.
Okay.
My mom goes, hey, did you hear about the wave of crime sprees happening in Hunting Valley? And immediately, that's hilarious to hear, right? A crime spree in Hunting Valley. Oh, sorry about all the millionaires separated by 17 acres per mansion. Oh, what happened? Did someone steal someone's gold-plated horseshoes over there in Hunting Valley? Huh? Crime spree. Oh, this is real police blotter from Hunting Valley that happened February 26th. This is just normally what happens, okay? Someone called the police in Hunting Valley. This is real. This is from a suspicion. A resident. Hold on, where'd it go? A car was reported missing one headlight and pulled into a driveway around 2 p.m. The person asked the car who they were, which they responded, Census Bureau. The resident took down the license plate, called the police. The police were dispatched. The police called the Census Bureau, who said that they're still out doing rounds beyond the mid-October 2020 cutoff date. So yes, Census Bureau takers are still out collecting information. Police are also planned to contact the registered owner of the car to make sure that they were actually the owner of the car. This is what's happening. Someone from the Census Bureau pulled into a driveway. Call the cops.
Brutal.
Yeah. Hunting Valley. Fucking dial it back. It turns out there was actually an international crime syndicate from Colombia that's been targeting area codes, like really rich, wealthy area codes all around the country. Hunting Valley popped up. So a bunch of like apparently Colombian gang members that were in LA, but originally from Colombia, drove to Hunting Valley and started breaking into homes. Damn. Started robbing a bunch of homes. Yeah. And we know about this because they got caught. Because Hunting Valley and these rich ass fucking people that live there have cameras that take pictures of every single license plate once you enter the city of Hunting Valley. You're being clocked as to who you are as soon as you enter into the fucking city.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. So
I love it.
They track them as soon as they talk about Big Brother, dude. That's insane to me. They tracked them as soon as they were leaving after the crime spree. They got clocked and the cops just followed them because they knew who they were. Isn't that nuts?
That's amazing. Yeah. I feel like this is like Jim Carrey's, where he's the actor in the world.
Truman Show.
Movie. Truman Show. I feel like it's a little Truman Show going on, and somebody trying to rob the Truman Show neighborhood.
Exactly.
Like, not gonna work. Listen, bitch, the whole country's watching you tonight.
Yeah.
Wow.
How crazy is that, dude? That's nuts.
That is insane. Man, if you're the police, though, aren't you kind of like scared to arrest Colombian gangsters? Wouldn't you be? That's what I always think. I don't know if I could sleep at night knowing that I'm the guy that arrested this Colombian mob.
Yeah, El Chapo or Sinaloa cartel members or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Or, the... I'm trying to think of the Breaking Bad cartel. Fuck. Well, it's too late now. It's going to be...
God.
Gus Fring is the dude.
Yeah. It's why we need Greg.
What? Greg would be big spot here. Big spot. All right, never mind. Move on.
No worries. There you go. So that's the international crime spree that's happening in the most uptight white community of all time. It actually turned out to be an actual international crime spree. Pretty unreal. Pretty crazy.
I feel silly for laughing at them earlier about what was going on.
Yeah. You absolutely should. There you go. Look at that. We got Boot here. He's watching. Jay is talking about that lady who has tattooed eyeballs. She says, "We get it. My wife is an eyesore." That's awful. You got Boot who says, "I have a full sleeve and that's just stupid." Yeah, don't tattoo your eyeballs. Jay also says, "Technology is amazing. Glad those cameras were put to good use and not some rich people orgies." Yeah, exactly. Technology is amazing. I think that's a bit too far. I don't like people just being clocked for the sake of being clocked or recorded for the sake of being recorded. It just seems too, I don't know. Privacy's dead anyway, I guess.
In the city, yeah, but then at the same time, like, more often than not, these street cameras and things like that are just coming in handy, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Privacy's dead. I guess we lost that battle.
Fuck it then.
No, not fuck it. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's too invasive. It's America. It's supposed to be the Wild
What do you
West
got going on? What kind of weird stuff you doing?
I don't know. I feel like if you get caught by a Colombian thief gang, international crime gang, then it's kind of like, what am I going to do? Wrong place, wrong time. I didn't mean to. Like, my brother got robbed for $1 outside McDonald's one time by gunpoint. Yeah.
What?
This guy was like, "Give me your fucking money." And it was in college. And he's like, "I only have $1." He's like, "Give it." So he opened up his wallet, gave him the $1. And my brother's like, "They're overdrafted." Which is not, he wasn't lying.
That's
college
hilarious.
Kid. Yeah, so he's like, "I only got $1." Gave him the $1. "Give me the car." They're all overdrafted. He's like, "Fuck, whatever." Turned around and walked into the McDonald's and bought like off the $1 meal.
Holy shit!
With my brother's $1. And my brother's like, "I would have just bought you that." Yeah, to put it on my
right. Just ask. The gun is so unnecessary. Dude, what are people doing? Like, did you see the story that Lady Gaga, her dog sitter, just got shot 4 times in the chest because they're stealing her dogs?
Crazy. Now, did the dog sitter live or die?
Oh, he's alive. Yeah, he's talking
good.
now.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, but to be sure, they fully intended on killing him.
Yeah.
They shot him 4 times. Like, what? For some dogs?
Yeah, what are we doing here? That's nuts, dude.
I mean, literally just say, hey, give me those dogs or some bad stuff's going to happen. And I'd be like, okay. Here you go.
Yeah, I like how the bank teller, they get robbed through a drive-through, at the bank. And that's like, oh, here by a note. But a dog sitter, you have to cap them 4 times?
I know.
They give you money if you just ask angrily enough for it. Imagine a dog sitter's like, okay, but they're out of treats. I don't have any more poop bags. I'm out of poop bags.
Just make sure they feed.
What's that? You have a gun? Wait a minute, it's loaded? This is unnecessary, guys. Trust me, it's just the fucking take the dogs. Take them. It's fine. Stop at the pet shop on the way home. We'll get a couple more. She'll never know. It's fine.
Nope, got to pump that guy full of lead.
Yeah, wow. Know. Yeah. By the way, Lady Gaga gave $500,000 for those dogs. Information leading to the dogs. She better give $1 million to that dog walker.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll be set.
That's what we should be really checking. Lady Gaga got her dogs back. No, fuck that. How much you paying the dog walker, Lady Gaga? Let's pay him up here.
Holy shit, yes. Because I guess he tried to fight a little bit, which maybe that was part of the problem. But
if you fight for those dogs, that's the anti-Michael Vick. Michael Vick is fighting, is dog fighting. This guy's fighting for dogs. This guy should be hailed as a hero.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he is. Hopefully
that's amazing.
She gets some. I know.
All right, let's wrap this thing up here. Appreciate you guys for hanging out here live.
Finished.
We got Jay here. We got Boot. They're watching live. Appreciate Pike for pushing hard. I know it was a hell of a weekend, and I know you got a busy day tomorrow with the tooth and everything. So I appreciate you being here. Make sure you follow him.
Thanks.
On all social media at Pike Taylor Radio. He's a great man. Ask him how his tooth surgery went. I'm at Sparks Radio. Jump on my Instagram if you want to win $100. Give us a rating and review over on Apple Podcasts. That would really help out. And don't forget, Wealth Pillar number 3 coming at you tomorrow. It's going to be a doozy. We got budget, we got paying down debt, and then the next one. This is when it starts getting really fun, man. First 2, those are some hefty lifting because that's about getting your shit back in order here. The next one is where we start hitting the ground running, and I cannot wait for it. That's Wealth Pillar number 3, and we'll do that one tomorrow. That's it for us. Any last words, Pikey boy?
I'll see you tomorrow with one less tooth.
So it's over, motherfuckers. Now get out of here.